To be with you today. We are going to restart our book, The Journey to the Volcano Palace. It is number 2 in our series of The Secrets of Droon. I am so excited to get started, but first let's go over the details about what you should do when you first get a book. So when you are first starting a book, there are a few important things to notice. Number 1 is the book part of a series. Well, you already know that this book is part of a series, so that one's solved. Number 2, who is the author? Now, the author and the title are always going to be on a book. It doesn't matter if it is a picture book, a chapter book, or even like one of Miss White's really big books like this. Whoa! The author and the title name is always on the book. So look for that. Let's see. So this book is The Secrets of Droon, The Journey to the Volcano Palace, and our author is Tony Abbott. So let's say whoop whoop, Mr. Tony, for writing this great series. And then when you look on the back of the book always has some pretty cool information. It tells you what the story is about. With chapter books, sometimes picture books have a really cool picture that gives you a secret to the end. So let's read the beginning of this book. All right, scholars, here we go. A hidden door, a magical staircase. Discover the world of Droon. Eric, Julie, and Neil have a problem. The nasty Lord Spar has stolen a magic jewel from their friend, Princess Kia. The princess really needs their help. The good news is the jewel is in Lord Spar's secret palace. The bad news is the secret palace is in a volcano. Doesn't this sound exciting? Have you guys ever seen a volcano? They're pretty crazy. So, without further ado, let's get started with our book, The Secrets of Droon, The Journey to the Volcano Palace. Dun, 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 dun. Chapter 1, Dreams. See, we have a nice picture. All right, let's get started. Eric Hinkle couldn't breathe. The air around him was dark and smoky and hot. The evil sorcerer, Lord Spar, was after him, chasing him down a long, dark tunnel. Now that you know my secret, Spar shouted, you will never be able to leave. I don't know any secret, Eric pleaded. Let me go. Let me out of Droon. Never, was Spar's only word. The sorcerer's eyes were filled with anger. The weird fins behind his ears were purple and shiny. He was getting closer. Closer. The tunnel head of Eric split in two. Go right, a voice said in his head. Oh, man. Eric swallowed hard. He always had problem with his right and his left. He looked at his hands. Which was right? It took him a second to decide. This way, he said. He charged ahead into one of the tunnels. No, said the voice in his head. The right one. Ha! Now I have you, Spark shrieked as Eric ran up against the solid wall. My secret is safe. Help, Eric cried. I'm trapped. Spar lunged. Eric leaped out of the way. Thud. Ouch, Eric groaned. He opened his eyes. He was in his room. He was half on the floor, half still in bed, wound up tight in a bedsheet. He looked like a mummy. Whoa, he said. What a nightmare. The door opened. His mother stood in the doorway. Eric, what was that noise? I guess I fell out of bed, Eric said, unwinding himself from his sheet. But I'm okay. Miss Hinkle helped him up. By the way, Eric, where is Droon? Eric nearly fell to the floor again. Huh? You were talking in your sleep, his mother said. Something about a place called Droon? Eric gulped. He blinked. His mouth opened to answer, but nothing came out. Droon was a secret. No one was supposed to know about the incredible world he and his friends had found under his basement stairs. Gallon the wizard had made them promise not to tell anyone. The problem was, ever since his first time in Droon, Eric couldn't think of anything else. Now he was even dreaming about it. And Princess Kia had told them when you dreamed about Droon, it meant you would go back. Droon is a place where we made up, Eric said. Neil and Julie and I. He hated to lie, but until he and his friends found out more about Droon and about the evil spar, it wasn't safe for people to know. Sounds secret, his mother said. By the way, your friends called. They're coming over. Eric dressed quickly. He had to tell Neil and Julie about his dream right away. He got to the backyard in time to see a small, scruffy dog chasing Neil across the lawn. Grrr! The dog kept biting Neil's feet. Stop it, Snorky! Neil tossed a biscuit across the yard. The dog bounced after it. Hey, Eric! I'm glad you're here, Eric said. It happened. I had a weird dream about Droon. Not me, Neil shook his head. I was so tired teaching Snorky to fetch, I fell asleep before I hit the pillow. Actually, I fell asleep on my floor. I woke up on the floor, Eric said. It was weird. It felt like someone was sending the message to me. At that moment, Julie came into the yard. Eric ran over to her. Julie, something strange is going on. First, let me tell you about my dream, Julie said. I was in Droon. Me too, Eric gasped. Scar was chasing me because I knew his big secret, but I forget what the secret was. Julie bit her lip. She always did that when she was trying to figure something out. I was at a pool of water. I was really thirsty and wanted to take a drink, but something creeped me out. I forget what it was, but it was very yucky. Grrr! Snorky ran back across the lawn. He fastened his teeth on the toe of Neil's right sneaker. Let go of my shoe, Neil cried. Wait a second. I remember now. I had a scary dream too. I forgot most of it except... Except for what? Julie asked. Neil shrugged. I remember it was about my feet. I was in Droon and my feet hurt. Snorky leaped suddenly for Neil's left shoe. Heel! Neil snapped, shaking his foot. Well, he's eating your heel, Julie said. Maybe he's learning. Neil tossed another biscuit, and Snorky ran for it. Let's get inside. The three kids jumped up the back steps into Eric's kitchen and headed for the basement. Droon is full of secrets, said Julie. Secrets we need answers to. We need to go back. Neil frowned. But what if all of our dreams come true? I mean, my dream was pretty weird. There's only one way to find out, said Eric. They tramped down the stairs into the basement. It was messy. It was beyond messy. Eric knew he'd have to clean it one of these days. Cleaning all the old toys and junk out of the basement was his special project. Neil and Julie said they would help. When we get back, Eric thought. He pulled open the little door under the stairs. They entered a small, empty room. They closed the door. They all held their breath as Eric switched off the light. Whoosh! The floor vanished beneath them. In its place was a long flight of stairs. The steps shimmered in the light from below. The light from the land of Droon. Yes, we are going back, Eric whispered. I wondered where the stairs will lead us this time. Or if it's night or day in Droon, said Neil. Let's stop talking and find out, Julie said. The three friends stepped slowly down the stairs. The air was hushed and cool, and the sky below them turned deep blue and sparkled like a million jewels. A giant moon cast golden light on the stairs. Nighttime, Eric whispered. Before they knew it, the three friends were in Droon again. That, my friends, is the end of chapter 1.